Hello and welcome to Starlet and Friends on Soho Radio. I've been playing some tracks for the past hour and now I'm going to be joined by my special guest, the absolutely amazing, inspirational Vicky Pasion.
Woo!
Hello, Vicky.
Hey.
How are you, Vicky?
I'm great. Thanks so much for having me.
I love storytelling. I love it. I love channeling different emotions. I love that, essence where the audience and yourself are just so forgiving because everything's happening in the moment. You've got one opportunity, I guess, to catch a vibe, to catch a sense of energy, and I love it so much. So I'm excited my intention anyway is to put my first project and this next project together and just to create a really magical show. That would be amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do the feeling like the good month. Yeah. I'll try and do it like feeling like the good month. There should be more than this. Yeah,
that sounds great.
Literally, just please, everyone, just be honest.
In
this session,
mate.
most of all.
Yeah, do it like that. I like that. Even it sounds ghostly at the end of the way you're kind of pronouncing. Yeah.
Let's try it then. Okay. Feeling like the good month. There should be more than this. Acting in the bad, it feels like the darker days. Feeling like the good month. There should be more than this. Feeling like the good month. There should be more than this. Acting in the bad, it feels like the darker days. Feeling like the good month. There should be more than this.
It's not like one specific point. It's more, at the moment anyway, to create these 4 projects. And for people to for as many people as possible to feel seen, to feel heard, to feel accepted, to feel loved, to feel it all, to feel the pain, to feel go through the heartbreak, and it's for as many people as possible to feel it all with me.
I like that tight sound. Like this. I don't know. There's something about it I quite like. It won't be too prominent, but you'd hear it. That's how I feel like you'd hear the string. Just like that as well. Just like the way you're doing it.
I love collaborating with people because it just makes me feel challenged, and feel like we get to grow together in a space, and there's no pressure.
Let's see what that sounds like even. Yeah, we'll just guide.
All of that.
Yeah.
I don't think that'll fit. That won't fit anyway.
Really last year, I came back from travelling and started to focus on the team that I had around me, because I definitely know I couldn't continue just doing it by myself, nor did I want to, because I want to be surrounded by great people. The team's everything. It's that's the energy you surround yourself with. That's the ball of energy that you flow with.
Because you're right. That when I start, I feel like I have to start it first, and then I'm like, okay, now.
It was yesterday. We had the loop on, and we were just doing the verses and stuff. And he was like, "It's like jump." I was like, "Mate, you're meant to come in now." And he's just like, "No, it's like jump rope.
Yeah,
you can't just
that's
come
how
in."
I find it. I can't just jump in. I have
He
to
just made me to the whole thing. We goes, "Okay, I'm ready now."
I'm ready. I jumped in there. I have to find it, isn't it?
The middle verse, and then we're just waiting. He's just like, "Come on, then."
That was what was happening.
All right, my name's Charlie, and I am a musician.
My name's Toby. I also go by the name of Tides.
My music name is Charlie is Ready.
I'm a session musician. I play keyboard as my main instrument, but I also play bass.
I met Vicky at the studio, and then we just started talking. We did the backing vocals, and then she asked me, I'm doing an EP performance for the launch. Would you like to do backing vocals? And then from there, it's all just kind of blossomed.
I think what actually happened was I was doing a church gig, in fact, with a friend of mine named Clive, Sea Life Keys. And then after it, he was like, "What are you doing on the 19th?" So I was like, "Yeah, I've got the OT Islington gig with Nia." And he was like, oh yeah, obviously don't get too excited, innit? But I've got someone that's looking for a keys player for that gig. So I was like, that's all mad. So obviously I was gassed.
Just being in the experience and seeing the songs come to life and really feeling the emotion and sharing the space with other talented musicians has been amazing. It's built my confidence a lot, and yeah, I've had a lot of fun doing it.
It's really like the energy here is something that I've not really experienced a lot of, or rather I've missed the energy.
Everyone good energy wise?
Yeah.
I realise this. Yeah, okay, cool. Wherever I go, if I have that energy around me, hopefully it just spreads and people like more love and more freedom and more happiness and more vulnerability, and I don't know, like that's the intention of it, to spread in that way.
It's fun, you're always learning, like with every new rehearsal there's always new things to learn and take on board, and it's a challenge as well because you've constantly got to push yourself to be better than the last time you were singing, and you're not just being better for yourself, you're being better for the whole group and for the audience when you perform.
And actually having this energy is really nice. Like, it's refreshing. So that, you know, I can go in, confidently make mistakes, but know that it's all right, like get through this and no one's gonna start looking at me with evil eyes.
It's inevitable that we'll have lows and challenges and stuff. The point is to, okay, what can I learn from it?
All of this is really helping me as a musician understand the aspects of not just playing keys in general, but also the aspects of playing keys in different genres as well.
To just really trust, like, I've got the great people in the room. Yeah, I've had to really be patient with that for sure, to let the team grow organically and not force anything. And it's taken a while, but yeah, like I said, it's just kind of flowed.
Are you fed up of holding all that pain? After all that anger, tell me what remains, Those fragile tears that fall are all in vain, 'Cause the only way out is in, baby, just
yeah, I ended up dividing my story into 4 projects. And initially it was to do with the elements like fire, water, air. What's the other one? And then I was like, no, I think it's more like winter, spring, summer, autumn. It's sonically, emotionally, visually, lyrically, I wanted to channel what winter feels like for me, because this is January of last year. I watched The Great Gatsby again, which is also one of my favourite novels, and I've called it The Valley of the Ashes because there's this place in between West Egg and East Egg in the novel, which is a place of new money and old money, and the Valley of the Ashes is basically a wasteland, a forgotten area where people are fighting for their lives. And I felt oh, this literally feels like this is my Valley of the Ashes, and I kind of wanted to be brave and face it and be vulnerable and talk about it and share it in its in its rawness. That's the point of this project. I didn't want it to be this polished thing, because that's not how, in order to represent a winter, that's not faithful to the experience of it. Yeah, and the intention is to just, when people hear me being vulnerable, for them to also feel if they can relate to that or feel also inspired to go through it. So it's a project that I hope people can go back to and be it's okay, go through the storm, go through the valley.
Hey, school.
Yeah, I'd like to go to school today.
Thank you.
We're in the valley now.
Every day, a choice can lead you to another, in another situation. But yeah, I've got great people around me.
Tell me what remains, Those fragile tears that
help each other through it. Like, that's life, right? To be able, can you imagine if I go to the end of my life, even now, I can be like, no, we created something special and we like made people happy and we went through our stuff, and that's like, surely that's what it's about. Really solid tracks that I'm really, really proud of, and like genuinely is like a part of my life.
Yeah.
Like hearing it back, I'm like, gosh, like wow, we created something that I can like let go of. Like I've not really talked about most of the stuff on the project, but I felt very like safe and very open, and like you guys really heard me and didn't judge anything that I've like said or sung, and just like, yeah, thank you so much. It sounds so cheesy, but yeah, that's genuinely like it. I don't think, because if I put an expectation out there, I feel like I'm forever trying to run to that thing, and I miss like this, what we are actually creating now.
Just gotta let it go. So many things in life we try to hold on to. Our hands turn into fixing and fakes. So if you don't tell me that's love, I'm getting tired and sick